What up YouTube, it's your boy Rico back in with another episode. This pickup is gonna be mainly towards Midwest Gaming Classic this past weekend, and I picked up some games before I went to the convention, so let's get started. I hung out with my boy Brian and Retro Survival. We went game hunting, went to the flea market, struck out at the flea market, but we went to Disc Replay and we found gold. So let's go to it. What I picked up: Demolition Man, Beavis and Butthead, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, 15 bucks. I couldn't pass it up. This game goes for at least $20-$25. The funny thing about it, they have an old sticker from a store. We're selling it for 50 bucks. There's no way in hell it's gonna pay 50 bucks. Original Xbox, Burnout 3. I had the platinum. I had to get the black label. It's complete. I'm playing it right now. So I'm paying for all that right now, and my boy Retro Survival comes with a stack of GameCube games. Have that look in his eyes, like, dude, you gotta look at this. You know, I was like, all right, check it out, and it was gold for me. I was like, holy shit, are you serious? He's like, yeah, you're gonna get something. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get these two. So I picked these two up. Resident Evil 2 for the GameCube, complete. And the game that I've been looking for a long time, Eternal Darkness. I know I spent over 50 bucks on them, but that's not my cup of tea to spend that much money. But then again, where you're gonna find games like this out in the wild? Never. So I jumped on it. They had all the Resident Evils on the GameCube, and they had a few other good games. I think they had Luigi Mansion and, you know, all like very good titles. But out of them, I picked these two up. So I think I did pretty good on these. All right. To the main event. This past weekend, hung out with my boy Brian. We went to Midwest Gaming Classic, met old friends, met new ones, and you know, the good thing about the convention is me talking to them. You know, me hanging out with them, just to get to know them a little better. You know, that's the one good thing about these gaming conventions is it's like talking to other gamers and you know, get to know them a little bit better and stuff like that. So, you know, that's the always positive thing about that. I don't want to start bashing or anything like that. It's just, the bad thing about it was just crowded. It was just mayhem. It was just, people were just everywhere. It was hot. It was smelling like ass. You know, just put it this way, I was there since 8 in the morning. When I was leaving at 5:30, it was still packed. It was still to a point where a lot of people were coming in, and I just don't like that. I just don't like that crowdedness that you have to just fight your way going through to another booth. And not only that, it's more, half of the vendors were like very firm with the prices. They want to bend or give you a good, like, kind of a good deal. So some of these games I kind of had to pull teeth to just to knock out $1-2 off. That's sad, but you know, what can I say? I'll show you the stuff that I picked up from my buddies. First things first, Retro Eric, he had some games. I picked up Tecmo Baseball, T2. Appreciate it, Eric. Went to my boy Rob. He had a few games. This game was there. I think everybody has it, so I couldn't leave left behind in his complete in box. Super Mario 2. Manual and the game. Funny, this is my third Mario 2. My first one had no label. The second one had a half a label. Now this one is like a brand new label. So no more Super Mario Bros. 2 for me. So I'm glad I have a decent, good copy of Mario 2. So thanks, Rob. Appreciate it. While I was talking to Rob, Joe had some Famicom games. I'm not into Famicom games, but he had a small selection of NES games. And I said, "You're selling these as well?" I was like, "Yeah." And I looked and picked one out. I was like, "How much is this?" And he kind of looked at me and said, "Do you really want it?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Go ahead, you can have it." So So that was really cool. I appreciate that, Joe. And that is Mock Rider. Been looking for this game. Every time I see it, it's like always $4 or $5. I just don't want to pay that much. So, but to get it from Joe, I really appreciate it. So thanks, buddy. My boy Brian was selling games at the last minute, so I picked up 5 games for $5. Spot, Super Off-Road, Crash Dummies, Hogan's Alley, and Killer Tomato. Glad to have that, and he threw in this because he knew I was looking for it. The Star Wars Master or something, I can't pronounce it, sorry. I have it, but my copy is really jacked up. I have water damage, and the CD was just looked like a dog chewed it. So glad to have like a almost brand new condition of it. So thanks, B, appreciate it. Right behind me. All right, let's show you the stuff that I picked up at the convention. First booth that I went to had some decent games, but one game caught my eye, and usually I'll just leave it and come back for it. But this game I've been looking for a long period of time, and that is Flashback for the NES, Super NES. Came with the manual. Every time I go to a store and when they have this, they don't have it. When they do have it, the label's all jacked up. This is like a brand new one. I remember this renting it at Blockbuster back in the day. I used to rent the shit out of this game. I love this game so much, and this is why I love collecting. It's just getting games that I remember playing. It's mainly my collection is games that I used to remember when I was playing, or games that I heard about but I never had a chance to. That's my collection. You know, I'm not going for a complete NES or anything like that. I just want to collect games that I know for a fact that I enjoy playing. And this is one of the few games for the NES that I consider I can play over and over again. So I love this game. This is a great game. A booth that I went to, Jesus Christ, this guy was something else. He had games. Went through his 64 and found 2 games. F-Zero X, Mortal Kombat Sub-Zero. I remember playing this as Blockbuster Road. Picked it up. I said, hey man, can you do 15 on these 2? And close to a minute, he was just staring at me in the game. Like, did he really want to give up that $2? And I was to a point where it's like, you know what? I'll put the games back. You know what? Forget about it. And he said, he kind of gave me like an answer. He's like, all right, fine, $15. So I was like, Jesus Christ, you know, just for $2? I'm not asking for $5 or even $10, you know. Lousy too, because that's all I had was 15. I didn't have $2, but $15, I think I did pretty good. I went to this booth. This lady was the complete opposite. She had games. I seen this. She was asking for 10. I asked her, hey, can you do 7? She said, yeah. And it is Genesis X-Men. And the reason why I picked it up, not only came complete, but it came with the index cards, the poster, and like games they came out with it or something like that. I don't even know. I haven't even opened it yet. I thought that was pretty cool. So for $7, that's a good deal. And right next to her, I had another lady. She had like a bin of said $2 games. Went through it, found this. I was really happy to have it, and it's Tomb Raider, the PlayStation. So I picked this up, and while picking this up, I went right to the next booth, and this guy had the same game, water damage label, CD got all Blockbuster sticker all over it, and he was selling it for $8. So that's my tip for you guys. You guys find a game, you look at it, you put it down, you walk around, you come back. If the game is still there, it's meant for you to have it. So I know I put this game down, I walked around, came back, and that's why I found out that guy was selling it for $8. Everywhere I went was 5, 6. Had the greatest hit label, had no manual, just a disc, and it's just they're asking for 5 or more. So for $2, you can't pass it up. So I think I did pretty good there. I went to this booth. This guy had some games, and I picked up World Heroes. I'm playing this with the Super. I got it for the PlayStation. Glad to have it. Dark Watch, my boy Brian told me about it. It's a good game. Paying for these two, and corner of my eye, I seen this game, and Retro Survival just told me I have to have it. I have to pick it up. And that is Resident Evil 2 Complete. I think it's $15. $15. And I picked up this game I've been looking for a while. I've been seeing it for $20 or more. They were selling it for $15. Picked it up. Resident Evil Director's Cut. That's the demo disc, the manual, and the disc. And talked to my boy Rob. He had this game. He was trying to use it as trade bait. Nobody wanted it. I told him, you still have the game? He's like, yeah, I have a game that he was looking for, so I gave him that game plus cash for this game, and I've been looking for it for a while, and I know this game is very expensive. I think it goes for $190, and I didn't pay nowhere near that price. And that is Mega Man 7 for the Super. I've been looking for this game for a while, but I didn't want to pay $80, $100, nothing like that. I know for a fact I didn't pay nowhere near the asking price. My boy hooked this up for me, so I appreciate Rob. This is going for a good home. So that's all my pickups for today. You know, hopefully you guys liked the video. Give it a thumbs up, and let me know out of all the games which games that you like, which games you don't like. You think I did some good deals going on, and we just go from there, guys. So I don't know what's the next time I make another video. I spent all my money on this convention, so it's gonna take me a while to get some cash and go head out to flea markets. But till then, guys, I appreciate you guys commenting, and I have a few subs, and that's great to see more people liking the channel. So thank you guys, I appreciate it. Until then, guys, keep it simple, keep it retro. Peace.